Good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you may be. Welcome in. This is the Stars and Pars podcast with your host, Evan Engel. This is the show where golf betting meets astrology. And if you're watching this for the first time, I'm dead serious. That's my method. That's my process. And so far this year, it's led to a good amount of success, double digits in the outrights across the PGA, LPGA, Live, Korn, Ferry, DP World Tour, and even the Champions Tour. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're a recurring every week viewer, watcher, listener, I can't thank you enough. Appreciate you all for your support. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way first. If you haven't already, I'm sure most of you have, but please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Or if you're listening on Spotify, please give me a 5-star rating on Spotify. That really helps out the podcast algorithm. And also give me a follow there as well. But if you've done so already, I can't thank you enough. Really appreciate you guys. We are slowly growing, and we're here for the long run. And I'm having an absolute blast doing this every single week. So let's keep it moving. Let's keep it rolling. I'm gonna try to. I say this every week. But this week I'm actually serious. I'm trying to make this one under 45 minutes, so we're going to get going right now. Okay, we're going to just start right in on last week, deep dive, real quick recap. Overall, we did come away with a little bit of profit. It was a little hairy. Could have been a lot more. We had a late last second collapse, but we'll get to all that in a minute. So basically, what we did have success on, we did not hit the Korn Ferry guys. That granted, I only took a few of them, and I didn't even put many units on them. Korn Ferry is hard because a lot of these guys don't have like their birthdays or birth charts available online. Some of them have their birthdays. You can kind of get a general idea of their birth charts and stuff. So Korn Ferry is more about just kind of observing every single week who's playing well, who's not playing well, and kind of towards the end of the season, it's kind of the usual suspects. It's kind of how it goes. Like last year was like Kiefer a lot, Smotherman a lot. Now those guys graduated, they're on the PGA. So, we're starting to see a couple names pop up like Blades Brown. Taylor Montgomery's always kind of there. But the guy that won Davis Slam, I could not find his birthday anywhere online. I even did a little I don't even want to admit this. I did like a high school girl Instagram stalking kind of method. I went on his Instagram. I couldn't find anything about his birthday anywhere. So until more information of his stuff comes out, if he keeps winning, I won't know what his stuff was. But apparently he had the chart to win under, what was it? A Leo to a Virgo. Was it Virgo? It was Virgo. Sorry, Virgo was Sunday. So obviously he had the right chart, but we won't know what it was until we get more information online about that. So that was a bit of disappointment. And then on the Champions Tour, the whole Classic, Stuart Sink ended up winning. We were on Alker. We were on Ernie Els. Both were kind of in the mix, but Stuart Sink, I literally popped it on Saturday afternoon for like the last couple holes that they were airing, and I saw Stuart sink at Albatross, and after that, and there was this 18th hole on this round 3, and I just was like, this guy's not going to lose. I'll break his chart down in a minute. So good for Stuart, whatever, we move on. Thankfully though, on the LPGA 4 championship, we did get the winner, Hyo Joo Kim, plus 1600. Number was all right, whatever. But she won back-to-back weeks, which is really impressive. Low-key, I can't see it fully happening, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does go back-to-back-to-back this week. But that's going to be crazy if she actually does. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that eventually. So at least we got the hit on that. Other than that, in the LPGA, I missed out on my top 5, top 10, top 20, and first round leader plays. In fact, Hyo Joo Kim was one of my first round leader plays, and she went 11 under day one, and she wasn't the first round leader because Lydia Ko went 12 under. So that's probably never going to happen ever again. So that was that. And then on the DP World Tour, mentioned the collapse. We had Eugenio Chikara, who looked in control all tournament. He was up 4, I believe, going into the last round on Sunday. I thought it was a wrap, but this is golf. This is how it goes. And he looked like he was lost. Like he didn't know how to play golf on the technically it was Saturday night, my time, but the Sunday, they were in India. Granted, that course they played on, I don't know if any of you watched, that course looked incredibly difficult. I mean, the guys that missed the cut were like plus double digits, plus in the 20s. It destroyed a lot of people. But Eugenio was 10 under going into the final round, and he could not figure his stuff out, especially on the back nine. And Alex Fitzpatrick just dominated. I mean, he made everything. It felt like I watched the entire last round. I stayed up late Saturday night for literally nothing, just to watch my guy collapse. It was pretty surreal to watch. But good for Alex Fitzpatrick, who came off the whose brother Matt Fitzpatrick just won a week prior. So strokes gained story, the narrative, like that was the theme of the week. His chart makes a little bit of sense. I'll dive into that in a second. But yeah, he locked in. Good for the Fitzpatrick brothers. Pretty gnarly to see, but at least we did hit actually some decent placement bets, which pretty much saved the DP World Tour units. I hit top 10 Callum Hill at plus 570, so that was nice. Also almost hit all of our top 20s. Jakob Skava-Lesson plus 210, check. Callum Hill plus 245, check. And Francesco Molinari plus 245, check. In the top 20 market. So we got all of that. I won some stuff back. Top 30, we had Freddy Schott plus 250. So that was the check. But the biggest hit of the week, this is why I do this, guys. I don't hit round leaders often. But when you do, my God, we got Freddy Schott at plus 8,800. Granted, I put 0.2 units on it, right? Because I spread out my first round leaders, just kind of micro units, baby units, but that ended up kind of covering all of my losses on the DP World Tour and honestly on the Champions Tour as well. Combined with the Hyo Joo Kim hit, we came away with a little bit of profit, believe it or not. And that, again, that's what I'm about. I'm not about like crazy profit week to week. If we come away with 1 unit after a week, for me it's a W. So came away with some profit this week. We also got a tie at the top Scottish, Callum Hill at plus 330. Ewan Ferguson also, they were both at 7 under, I think, or 8 under, whatever. But they both tied, but we got a little something back for that. And then we actually did get top Spanish, Eugenio Chikara at plus 710. So that was also a nice little hit, at least to help save the day, because on the PGA, we did not have Gary Woodland. And despite not having Gary Woodland, I still couldn't help it. I'm sure most of you just felt like such joy and happiness for him. That was such an awesome thing to see him, win a tournament. Just a few weeks out of his the interview, talking about how he has PTSD from his brain surgery. Really cool. It's hard to not like a guy like Gary Woodland. You just want to root for him. So on a week where your guy doesn't win, at least it's somebody that you like just respect and just have a heart for. So the story of last week was strokes gain narrative, strokes gain story. Alex Fitzpatrick winning a week after his brother wins, and Gary Woodland winning, post brain surgery, post his openness about his PTSD. So sometimes, and listen, the astrology does explain how a lot of these guys won. And again, I'm gonna break down their charts in 1 minute, but before we do that, at least on the PGA, we didn't get the outrights, obviously, but we did get Min Woo Lee top 5 at plus 380. That was pretty much the lock of the week. And then we got top 20, Keith Mitchell at plus 186. And then Rico Hoey, top 30, plus 132. And then Johnny Kiefer, who finished tied second or third, I think. We got him in the top 40 at plus 142. So, we won a few units back through those. So, hey, better. Oh, and also Harry Hall, top UK in Ireland, plus 395. It was a tie with Lowry, but, we got half of that. So, we walked away with some profit. That's the point. You know, it wasn't a horrible week. Freddy Schott truly saved, first round leader Freddy Schott truly saved the week. So thank you, Freddie. But just to go over the other winners' charts who we didn't have, Alex Fitzpatrick, Capricorn, Sun, Venus, and Midheaven, which truly doesn't make sense with all the Aries and stuff going on right now. But Pisces still is in Mercury and Mars. Pisces and Cap goes really well. And what's before? Oh, it was a Cancer to Leo moon for the DPWT tour because they finished on Saturday night. He's a Cancer moon, so there you go. He's an Aries rising. That's where it makes more sense because it's Aries season. His rising sign is feeding off the sun right now, and also when that Leo moon was coming in, Aries and Leo, it's just like two peas in a pod. It's an excellent combination. He was feeding off of his Mercury Sagittarius. There's some more fire in there. That also makes sense. His Mars is Libra. That makes a ton of sense because Libra got the career boost from the Cancer moon. And his Jupiter is Pisces, which goes great with everything. So, hey man, he had what it took to close it out, and that was the difference. I thought Eugenio had a great chance with his Scorpio moon and the Aries sun, but you know, sometimes I don't know. Alex had the dog in him, and Eugenio didn't. As simple as that, and that's where astrology, you know, doesn't always come through, I guess, or like I said, this is how I explain it. When the career sector is in your sign, the astrology is saying this is a chance. It's like the door's opening for you to walk through, but you have to still walk through. The human side of you, the dog in you, has to be able to walk through the door. Eugenio didn't have it. Granted, he had the opportunity, and that's all we're looking for, is who has the opportunity to win every week, and somebody's going to do it. So Alex Fitzpatrick ended up doing it, so good for him. Gary Woodland's chart actually makes a lot of sense, granted, because there's still some Pisces in the sky and Mercury and Mars. He's a Gemini sun in midheaven and an Aquarius moon. And Gemini, their career sector is Pisces, so he has some career sectors in the sky. That makes a lot of sense. I overlooked that. He's a Virgo rising, and that's where the moon was on Sunday when he kind of had a shaky start, but then he just kind of took off. So his rising sign was feeding off of it, the moon. Taurus, Mercury, and Venus. That's where I kind of overlooked him because I thought the Leo moon, the first two, or the second day and the third day, would conflict too much with the Taurus because Leo and Taurus don't go along too great. But granted, Taurus goes great with Pisces. That's going on in the sky. But here was the big one. Gary Woodland's Mars is Scorpio, and Scorpio was the receiving career boost from the Leo moon. So that makes a ton of sense. I just overlooked it, didn't think it was going to happen. But good for him, and really happy to see it happen, to be honest with you. And then Stuart Sink, lastly, Gemini Sun, Mercury, and Venus. So just like Gary Woodland, a lot of Gemini in the sky, lit up by the Pisces that's going on right now. He's a Capricorn moon, Leo rising. That's where the Leo moon came in. Taurus midheaven. Taurus is Earth. Goes great with the Virgo. Pisces Mars. Mars is literally in Pisces right now still. Aquarius Jupiter. So he's having a whole. He's just dominating the Champions Tour right now. So we're gonna have to be paying attention to that going forward. So, and then David Slam, obviously, I didn't have his chart, or I have no idea what his chart was. So that was that. That was last week. We're moving on now to this week for the Valero Texas Open. I think there's only 3 tournaments in the Korn Ferry, the LPGA, and the PGA. So let's get into this week's transits. All right. This week. Sun is still in Aries, so it's Aries season. We're still going on. Venus has now shifted into Taurus. So it was in Aries, but now it's in Taurus. That's going to be important going forward for like the next month. Mercury and Mars are both still in Pisces for at least another week or two. And Jupiter's still in Cancer. This week, it is a full moon in Libra. And it's coming in like tonight, Tuesday. It's going to be all day Wednesday and then all day Thursday. So that's important for day one on all of our tournaments. But at 5:12 a.m. Pacific time Friday morning, so probably, right when the second round is about to start, the moon will shift into Scorpio, and it's going to stay there the rest of Friday. It's going to stay there all day Saturday, and it's going to stay there most of Sunday. And this is where it's going to get kind of interesting, and this is why this week's really difficult to kind of read. I'm assuming the tournament will be ending by like 5 o'clock on Sunday Texas time, which would be 6:30 my time because I'm on the West Coast. But basically at 4:32 p.m. Pacific time, the moon's going to go into Sagittarius, and I don't know if the tournament will be over by then or not, and I don't know how much effect that incoming Sagittarius moon will play on the final round. This is a really tricky thing. So I honestly, I don't feel very confident in my picks this week, just straight up. But I'm here to provide content, provide some information and some picks for you guys if you want to really go full send on to this tournament. But it's gonna be tricky. Now, logically, I'm gonna probably lean more into the Scorpio moon as my crux or crutch. I don't know what you would say, like my anchor of like who I'm gonna like rely on and what signs I'm gonna go after. So that being said, like Cancers all month long still get the boost from the Aries sun, but they also have a lot of Pisces in the sky. And when the Scorpio moon comes in, it's going to go hand in hand, just like Aries and Leo. Cancer and Scorpio go hand in hand together. So Cancers are big time, but Aquariuses get the big boost from the Scorpio moon because Scorpio lights up Aquarius's midheaven, which is like their midheaven, their 10th house of career, right? Which is like when big career like promotions or just big W's happen, Libras also, it's their full moon, so like they're gonna have a positive boost this week from the full moon in Libra. Capricorns get a big boost career-wise because the Libra full moon lights up their career sector, and full moons have an even more of an effect than any other week, day-to-day, week-to-week moon transit. And then Pisces and Scorpio obviously get like big boosts because Pisces have there's still Mercury and Mars Pisces in the sky, and also Pisces during Aries season is like their second house. That's a really good career related thing, and also the Scorpio moon lights up Pisces just because they're both water, and the Scorpios obviously because their moon will come in over the weekend, they get a big boost as well. But Aries and Gemini still have positive boosts. Gemini still get the career boost from the Pisces in the sky, as we saw in Gary Woodland and Stuart Sink last week. So that's just something to pay attention to. And if you have Aries in your chart, it's not a bad look at all because it's your season right now. So that being said, we're a little over the place, but let's get right into it, all right? Let's get to our first tournament, which is going to be the Korn Ferry Tour. And I'm already moving way slower than I wanted to, but let's get through these pretty quickly. Okay, again, I'm not going crazy. I'm only going to do a few units and spread these out. Like, this is for fun. KFT is kind of still gauging where we're at. But I'm going to start at the top. And honestly, most of these guys are at the top of the list because Korn Ferry, for me, tends to be a little more top-heavy. But, I guess the Korn Ferry is like anybody could literally win any given week. But I like Blades Brown. He's playing really well. He's in good form. He's plus 1,600. He is the favorite. He's been in the mix most of these weeks. Even in, Puerto Rico a few weeks ago. He was in the mix. He's Gemini Sun and Mercury. So there's the boost from the Pisces. He's a Leo moon, which with the Venus and Taurus now, that benefits Leos. Taurus lights up Leo's career sectors. So that's something to consider. Granted, the Scorpio moon and Leo don't go great together. So there's a lot of... what's the word? It's like a roulette wheel that we're spinning this week with combinations of what could work with someone's chart and what's in the sky right now. He's a Libra rising. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. He's a Libra rising, Cancer midheaven. He is a Cancer Venus for sure. Aries Mars, Sag Jupiter. So he's got a lot of good transits in the sky. Just a matter of when is he going to get it done? So I think it's worth a look at this week. I also like Taylor Montgomery, who also was kind of in the mix last week at plus 2,000. Talking about Aquarius is getting a boost from Scorpio, where he's like Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Midheaven. 4 Aquarius signs in his chart, big time. He's a Sagittarius, Venus, and Jupiter, so a lot of fire in that chart to help go along with the fire in the sky. He's a Mars and Leo. That also goes well. And again, Leo gets a boost from Venus and Taurus right now. And he's a Gemini rising, which goes great with the Libra moon and Aries. So plus 2,000, Taylor Montgomery. Great luck. I also like Ian Gilligan. These are like the first three guys on the odds boards. Ian Gilligan plus 2,500. Never heard of the guy. Found his birthday. He's a Pisces sun, Capricorn rising, Aquarius moon, and Mercury. That's where it is. Libra midheaven, Capricorn, Venus, Sagittarius, Mars, Leo, Jupiter. So just another combination of signs that I think is favorable, and we'll see how it goes. I also like Alistair Doherty, plus 2,500. Pisces sun, Mercury and Mars, Cancer moon, Taurus rising, Aquarius midheaven, Aries, Venus, Scorpio, Jupiter. Yeah, just all that Pisces in his chart. The Cancer moon, the Taurus rising, the Aquarius midheaven, and the Scorpio Jupiter when that Scorpio moon comes in. I like all of these charts so far. And the next guy I really like is Ben Coles, who is just an utter disappointment every time I take him, but his chart screams to take him again. Plus 3,500. Pisces, Sun, and Midheaven. Aquarius, Moon, and Mercury. Gemini rising, Capricorn, Venus, and Mars. Cancer, Jupiter. Again, Cap gets the boost from Libra, the Libra moon. Aquarius moon gets the boost from the Scorpio moon. Pisces has favorable transits right now in the sky. He's a Cancer, Jupiter guy. Cancer is literally in Jupiter right now. Or Jupiter's in Cancer, I guess is the right way to say that. So Ben Coles, plus 3,500. Another good luck. Two more. David Skins at plus 3,500. Aquarius, Sun, and Mercury. Taurus moon gets a boost from the Venus and Taurus right now. Gemini rising, Pisces midheaven, Capricorn Venus, Libra Mars, Scorpio Jupiter. All of that stuff is fantastic. He doesn't really have any fire in the chart, but it's okay. He's an older guy playing against a bunch of young guys who are trying to, make their way up to the PGA. He's been on the PGA, so kind of I like the look from a vet at plus 3,500. Okay, and lastly, Adam Hadwin at plus 5,000. I'm also going to take Scorpio, Sun, and Venus, Aries, Moon, and Jupiter. So both of his signs will be the two signs on the weekend. Sagittarius rising, Virgo midheaven, Libra, Mercury, and Mars. He's got the Libra in there. Again, another guy that's been on the PGA. He's got more experience than all of these guys. At plus 5,000, that's a really good look, okay? So Blades Brown, Taylor Montgomery, Ian Gilligan, Alistair Doherty, Ben Coles, David Skins, Adam Hadwin. Those are my Korn Ferry Tour picks. And now we are going to move on to the LPGA. So let's get through these quick. Okay. LPGA. Now, right now, Nelly Korda and Hyo Joo Kim are absolutely destroying the fields in LPGA. The last 2 weeks, it's been them versus each other, and they've had like 5 or 6 strokes of separation between the rest of the field. I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. They're just both in such good form. Hyo Joo Kim obviously has gotten the better of the last 2 weeks, but she could win it again this week, you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Nelly Korda at plus 530. She's a Leo, Sun, and Mercury, Libra, Moon, and Rising. So her full moon in Libra. Cancer, Midheaven, Venus, and Mars. It's her career month. That's why she's playing so well. Pisces, Jupiter. I just based on how they're playing, I just can't ignore that. And also, I'm going to take Hyo Joo Kim at plus 1,100. Cancer, Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Midheaven. A ton of Cancer. This is her massive career month. Aquarius moon, which again, Aquarius gets the boost from the Scorpio moon this weekend. Virgo, Mars, Sagittarius, Jupiter. If Hyo Joo Kim wins again, it'll be a remarkable three-peat in a row, but kind of unlikely to happen. I mean, she's got to be exhausted. That's insane. And Nelly's been knocking on the door. So in my humble opinion, it's one of these two is going to win. So I'm taking both of them in the regular markets, and then I'm going to go in the winner without market, which is it's without Nelly, Hyo Joo Kim, and without Gino Thickcole. So hopefully we can get one of those two, and then somebody in the winner without market. That would be insane. But here's who I like in the winner without Gino, Nelly, and Hyo Joo Kim market. Se-Young Kim at plus 1,500 caught my eye. Aquarius, Sun, and Midheaven. Capricorn, Moon, and Mercury. The two signs, again, Cap and Aquarius get the big career boost from the Libra Scorpio combinations this week, okay? Taurus rising, Pisces, Venus, Cancer, Mars. So Cancer, which is all month long boosted by the Aries sun, and a Libra Jupiter, which is a little bit of luck. Jupiter is about luck. You need luck to win a tournament. And her Libra Jupiter will be lit up by the Libra moon. So Seiyang Kim at plus 1500 in the without market. Very tantalizing. I also like Nasa Harioka. Plus 1950 in the without market. Cap, Sun, and Mercury. Sag Moon, Taurus Rising, Aquarius, Midheaven, and Venus, Libra, Mars, Pisces, Jupiter. Fantastic chart. Watch out for NASA. Alim Kim also at plus 2800 in the without market. Libra, Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Aquarius, Moon, Sag Rising, and Jupiter. Virgo, Midheaven, Scorpio, Mars. Another solid chart. Scorpio Mars boosted by the Scorpio Moon over the weekend. Her Aquarius Moon lit up career-wise by the Scorpio Moon. Her Libra Sun, Mercury, and Venus lit up by the full moon in Libra on Thursday. Big time, you guys. Big time. Next up, I like Ayaka Ferry at plus 2800 in the without market. Capricorn Sun, Midheaven, and Mercury. Scorpio Moon, Aries Rising, in Jupiter. Sag Venus, Aquarius, Mars. Guys, these are good charts. So I like Ayaka Ferrier as well. I also like Gabby Lopez at plus 3600 in the without market. Scorpio Sun, Venus, and Mercury. Virgo Moon, Sagittarius Mars, Capricorn Rising, and listen to this, Libra Midheaven and Jupiter lit up by the Libra full moon to start the week. She's playing really well. Watch out for Gabby Lopez. She's been knocking on the door, playing well lately. Three more. I like Rihanna Yin at plus 4100 in the without market. Libra Sun and Mercury, Gemini Moon, Aries Rising, Capricorn Midheaven, Scorpio Venus, Virgo Mars, Leo Jupiter. Good chart. Not the best chart, but a lot of stuff in there that could definitely have her competing. So watch out. Next one I really like is Nana Koritz Madsen, the Danish golfer, plus 7,800. Scorpio Sun, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini Moon, Capricorn Rising, Libra Midheaven and Mercury, Leo Mars. Solid all the way around. She's got Scorpio, she's got the Cap Rising, and she's got the Libra Midheaven and Mercury. That's huge. So watch out for Nana Madsen. And lastly, my long shot, Celine Boutier, plus 10,500. She's been off to a rough start, but she's a much better golfer than what she's been playing, and it's just a matter of time before she just finally, gets back to her level of playing. So Scorpio Sun, Midheaven, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Such a big Scorpio stellium in that chart. When that Scorpio moon comes in, watch out. She's a Libra moon, gets a big boost from her full moon in Libra this week. Capricorn Rising gets a boost from the Libra moon. And Sagittarius Mars, so there's a little bit of fire in her chart to go with the fire season right now. Plus 10,500 in the without market. Remember, because again, I think Nelly or Hyo Joo Kim will win this. Gino Thicko could win too, but the way Nelly and Hyo Joo Kim are playing, I have to go back to those two. Anyway. Okay, so Nelly and Hyo Joo Kim, regular market, and then without market, Seiyang Kim, Harioka, Alim Kim, Ayaka Ferrier, Gabby Lopez, Ronnie Yin, Nana Koritz Madsen, Celine Boutier. Those are my picks, all right? Top 5, Nelly Korda plus 122. She's going to win one soon, and it might be this week, so top 5 is pretty safe, in my opinion. Top 10, Seiyang Kim at plus 178, and Alim Kim at plus 295, okay? I like both of them. Top 20, Gabby Lopez at plus 152, Ronnie Yin at plus 162, and Nana Madsen Koretz at plus 280. All to be top 20 finishers, all right? First round leader, I'm going to go Seiyang Kim at plus 3,000. Again, this is a Libra full moon Thursday, so Capricorns should kind of get the boost, or Libras. She's got Cap and Aquarius. That's big time. So Seiyang Kim plus 3,000. Nelly Korda plus 1,500 because she's got a lot of Libra on her chart. Gino Thicko plus 1850. She is a Libra moon and a Gemini rising and a Cap Venus. So I can see Gino having a good start and maybe not finishing too strong. We'll see. I also like Nasa Harioka at plus 3,500. A lot of Cap in there. I like Lottie Woad at plus 3,900, who has Capricorn in her chart, and that's kind of what we're targeting. I also like Nana Koritz Madsen at plus 6,700. Alim Kim at plus 4,300. Ronnie Yin at plus 5,500. Those are my first round leader plays. Those are the LPGA picks. I'm not going to repeat them, so go back and re-listen if you need to. I'm going to restart my camera because it doesn't record more than 30 minutes. So 1 second. All right, we are back. And we are now moving on to the main event, the PGA Valero Texas Open. So let me write down. Maybe we're going to get out of here, guys, in under 45 minutes. 15 minutes or less. Let's get this going. Okay, again, my head's on the Masters this week. We're just getting through this week, and hopefully we get something. I do feel somewhat confident in a few of these, but I truly don't. I don't care, to be honest with you, this week. I'm just trying to get through this week so we can get to the Masters. Which, speaking of the Masters, if you're here from the Reddit, the subreddit Sportsbook, if you've been following me as an astrology guy for a while and you follow me here, this next week, I'm going to try to get an episode out earlier, hopefully by Sunday night and Monday morning at the latest of next week for the Masters. I'm having a very special guest. If you've been on the Reddit, the subreddit Sportsbook, under the golf thread, we're having a very special guest. I'm not going to spoil it, but be tuned for next week because I'm going to have my first ever guest on the show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, so that's a little Masters preview. Get back to the PGA Valero Texas Open. Yeah, this is tough, you guys. I wanted to get to Tommy. Tommy has a lot of favorable transits, but I think just like me, in my brain, focused on the Masters, I think Tommy's focused on the Masters next week. I think this is his kind of get things right, week before the Masters. I don't know if he's trying to win it per se. If he wins it, that'd be crazy, but I like Tommy for the Masters next week. He's one of my early guys I've been looking at, so I'm just going to avoid him this week. But I am going to take Ludwig Aubert at plus 1550 to start with my card. Scorpio Sun, Leo Moon, Sagittarius Rising and Mercury, Virgo Midheaven and Venus, Capricorn Mars, Aries Jupiter. I think he wants to get a W on the list after the Players collapse. And this is the kind of course I think he could play well at. He's got some favorable transits, especially the Capricorn Mars. He always plays well under Libra, I've noticed throughout my time doing this. And then when the Scorpio comes in, it's his own Scorpio Sun. And this is why I also like him, if the Sagittarius Moon on Sunday evening coming in, does affect the winner, he is a Sag rising in Mercury. So it's like a favor. It's not a bad look if Ludwig Aubert, is in the mix on Sunday. So I had to go with Ludwig. The next guy I have to go is Mr. Texas himself, Jordan Spieth. This is my first time taking him this year, plus 1900. Leo Sun, Scorpio Moon, Libra Rising and Jupiter, Cancer Midheaven and Mercury, Gemini Venus, Virgo Mars. So he's got some Gemini in there that's boosted by the by the Pisces. His Leo Sun should be boosted by the Taurus Venus right now. And then he has the Scorpio Moon. He's got the Libra Rising, and his Cancer Midheaven and Mercury is boosted all month by the Aries. Spieth should be in the mix, so that's why I want to take Spieth. But my next guy might be my favorite play of the week, and I feel like I'm putting a little bit of a jinx on it. Hopefully not. Knock on wood. My desk is made out of wood. Hideki Matsuyama plus 2200 really, really catches my eye. Pisces Sun, Mercury, and Midheaven. Sagittarius Moon, fire. Gemini Rising to go with the Libra. Also Aquarius, Venus, and Mars. That's why I like him. To get the Aquarius, again, gets the career boost from the Scorpio Moon over the weekend. Virgo, Jupiter. And again, if the incoming Sag Moon on Sunday evening does play an effect into our winner on Sunday, he's got a perfect chart to go with the Sag. So Hideki Matsuyama might be my top play of the week. If I didn't already use him with my one and done back at, I believe, I used him at, oh my God, the TPC Scottsdale. Dude, that was the waste management. Wow, brain dead. If I hadn't used him in one and done, I'd probably use him this week. That's just me. Okay, next guy, Ricky Fowler. He's got to play well to get into the Masters, and if he wins it, he's in. So plus 2,700. Sagittarius Sun, Mercury, and Midheaven. Aquarius Moon gets the boost from Scorpio. Pisces Rising, big time. Scorpio Venus, that's huge. Aries Mars all month long. Taurus Jupiter gets boosted from Venus and Taurus. Ricky Fowler, you guys, could be his week. Watch out for Ricky. Also, another guy I'm taking for the first time this year who's played really well, especially in the first few months, was Ryo Hisatsune, plus 4,000. Virgo Sun, Midheaven, and Mars. Libra Moon and Mercury. He's a Libra Moon, and that's where the Moon and Full Moon Libra is going to be. Sagittarius Rising, Scorpio Venus, Leo Jupiter. Again, gets the Leo boost from the Taurus Venus, Scorpio Venus boost from the Scorpio Moon, Libra Moon and Mercury boost from the Libra Full Moon. So Ryo Hisatsune, and I know he's a good course fit here. He should play well. I also like Alex Noren. Plus 4,100. Cancer Sun, Mercury in Midheaven. It's his career month. Pisces Moon. Again, all that should go great with the Scorpio when it comes in. But the Libra Full Moon, how does he get through that? Well, he's a Libra Rising and he's a Libra Mars. So there you go. Gemini Venus, Scorpio Jupiter. Alex Noren, very live to win it. He's a very accurate player, and that's kind of what you need for this course, okay? I also like the British golfer Jordan Smith, plus 6,200. Scorpio Sun and Midheaven, Capricorn Rising, Taurus Moon, Sagittarius Mercury and Venus, Cancer Mars, Libra Jupiter. He's playing really well. And I think this course also plays into his game really well. So watch out for Jordan Smith, you guys. I left off Thorbjorn Olesen, Brian Harmon, and Davis Thompson. I'm not taking them unless they pop off early and I can still get him at a good number. But Thorbjorn has Sag and Libra and Aries and Cap and Aquarius Venus. So in theory, it's a good chart. But, gosh, I don't know, you guys. I can't. All right, I'm going to add Thorbjorn Olesen. I can just feel it. He does good at like positional kind of courses, and I know you have to hit fairways and hit greens here, so that's what he does. So, all right, I'm adding Thorbjorn Olesen, but I'm not taking Brian Harmon. He won last year, but I don't want it. And then Davis Thompson, I don't want it either. He's a little hit or miss. But my next three guys, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. I think there's 144 players. So 14 players would be 10% of the field. That's what I try to keep it at. I like Haotong Li at plus 8,600. Leo Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Midheaven. A lot of Leo to go with the Aries. But he's a Scorpio Moon and Rising, and that's how that's how the Scorpio Moon coming in he should vibe well with it. He's a Mars Libra, and he's a Sagittarius Jupiter. So I think like the fire water combination over the weekend, he's gonna be playing pretty well. So watch out for Haotong Li. And then this next guy I really likes, Bud Cauley, plus 9,000. Pisces Sun and Mercury, Scorpio Moon, Cancer Rising and Jupiter, all water. And then he's in Aries Midheaven. It's his career month. Aquarius, Venus, and Mars. That's the big boost we're looking for from the Scorpio Moon. So watch out for Bud Cauley. And again, he's a better player on these kind of courses than like, a course where you just go bomb it. So watch out for Bud Cauley. And lastly, before we get into some long shots, I do like Tom Kim at plus 9,200. He's been trending for a while. Gemini Sun, Mercury in Midheaven, Scorpio Moon, Virgo Rising, Leo Venus, Cancer, Mars, and Jupiter. Leo Venus gets a career boost from the actual Taurus and Venus right now. Cancer, Mars, and Jupiter is his career month. Scorpio Moon, Gemini. He's got a lot of career placements this week, so watch out for Tom Kim, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 11 regular outrights. And then I'm going to spread my last few units across these long shots. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, whatever. Take out your pitchforks. Tell me I take too many guys. I really don't care. I'm in the profit a lot this year, so whatever. But I do like Zicheng Do, Marty Do, as they call him. Plus 10,500. Great chart. Aquarius Sun, Midheaven, and Jupiter. Cancer Moon, Taurus Rising, Capricorn Mercury, Venus, and a Libra Mars. Stellar chart. All the Aquarius gets the boost from Scorpio. His Cancer Moon gets a boost all month long from the Aries. Capricorn Mercury and Venus gets the boost from the Libra, and also his Libra Mars gets a boost from the Libra Moon. He's been playing really well too. He played well last week. Watch out for his Chang Do. Also, really like this next guy. Actually, the next two guys, but John Perry plus 12,000. You talk about fairways and greens. That's John Perry's game. A little bit older guy coming from the DP World Tour. But this is a really good, I think, week for him. Scorpio Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Huge. Gemini Moon. Amazing. Capricorn Rising, Libra, Midheaven, Aquarius, Mars, Pisces, Jupiter. Cap Rising, Libra, Midheaven, Aquarius, Mars. This is so big. all the Scorpio in his chart, you guys, I think John Perry is going to be in the mix, personally. Get him at plus 12,000 while you can. I also really like Kevin Roy at plus 14,000. Pisces Sun, Rising, and Mercury. Scorpio Moon in Midheaven. Aquarius, Venus, and Mars. Cancer, Jupiter. Huge. Oops, sorry, I lost my place. So, Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Very similar to Bud Colley's chart. So, you take one, you kind of take the other. So, I like Kevin Roy at plus 14,000. I also like Andrew Putnam at plus 16,500. We're getting high now. Aquarius Sun, Mercury in Midheaven. Virgo Moon, Taurus Rising, Mars and Jupiter, Cap Venus. A lot of Earth and air. That's pretty much, he is all Earth and air. So no like water or fire, but Aquarius goes great with Aries. And there is a lot of Pisces in the sky too, especially when that Scorpio comes in. So I don't know, like it's worth putting a baby unit on, or like, you know, half unit, 0.3 units, whatever you want to do. Andrew Putnam at plus 16,500. That would be a nice hit. So watch out. Okay, and then lastly, I like Hank Lebioda, plus 34,000. Capricorn Sun, Venus, Mars, and Midheaven. So all that boosted by the Libra Moon to start, but then his Moon and Mercury are both Aquarius, which gets boosted by the Scorpio throughout the weekend. He's in Aries Rising, so it's his month. He's Scorpio Jupiter. You got to get a little bit of luck when that moon comes in Scorpio, okay? So Chang Do, John Perry, Kevin Roy, Andrew Putnam, Hank Lebioda are my outrights. I'm sorry, my long shot outrights. I did leave off Jackson Suber, Joel Damon, Brant Snedeker, and Paul Waring on my long shots, and Austin Eckroat. If any of those guys pop off, I might have to throw something on them, but I don't know. I feel like Hideki, Aubert, Spieth, Fowler, Norwin, Colley, those guys are like my main plays. So, you know, these long shots, probably good for DFS if you're looking for some cheaper options, okay? So moving on. Ooh, we're doing pretty good. Top 5, I'm going to go Ludwig Aubert at plus 375. I'm going to go Hideki at plus 510. Hopefully one of those guys hits. If both of them hit, amazing. Top 10, I'm going to go Jordan Spieth at plus 240. I'm going to go Ricky Fowler at plus 295. I'm going to go Ryo Hisatsune at plus 395. Hopefully one or two of those guys hits. And then I am doing a little two-man parlay for both top 10 finishes in Ludwig Aubert and Hideki Matsuyama at plus 750. That should hit. We'll see. Top 20, I'm going to go Jordan Smith at plus 240. I'm going to go Thorbjorn Olesen at plus 245. Haotong Li at plus 310. And Bud Colley at plus 310. Those are my top 20 plays. And I am doing a little three-man parlay for fun. Ludwig Aubert, Jordan Spieth, and Mavic McNeely all to be in the top 20 at plus 650. Book it. Top 30, I'm going to go to Chang Do at plus 180. I'm going to go John Perry at plus 188. I wrote him down as John Party. Maybe that's what he'll be doing after he gets his top 30 and or the W of the tournament. We'll see. So Do and Perry in the top 30. Top 40, I'm going to go Brant Snedeker at plus 186. He's playing good golf. Got a decent chart. And Hank Lebioda at plus 215. Top 40 plays, okay? Double chance bets. I got 2 of them. I'm going to go Tommy Fleetwood or Ludwig Aubert to win. Plus 730. So if Tommy wins, at least I have something there. And if Aubert wins, even better. And then I'm also going to take Jordan Spieth or Ricky Fowler to win it at plus 1,125. So we'll see. I have one triple chance bet. It is Hideki, Keith Mitchell, or Ryo Hisatsune to win it at plus 1,000. Keith Mitchell was someone I took off my list. He does have an Aquarius moon, but we'll see. But speaking of the devil, Mr. Thursday himself, Keith Mitchell, I'm going to take him in the first round at plus 3,600. Again, it's going to be a Libra full moon to start. So he's a Cap Sun and Midheaven, and that gets lit up by the Libra full moon, especially the full moon, career-wise. So I think he should have a good first round, Keith Mitchell. I'm also going to take Jordan Spieth at plus 3,700. And again, first-round leaders are so hard to hit. We hit one last week, but I put 0.2 units, 0.3 units on all of these. I don't go crazy. I don't spend full units on all these guys because it's just so hard. So Jordan Spieth at plus 3,700. Also, I like Ludwig Aubert at plus 3,000, who plays well under Libra with that Capricorn Mars of his. Tommy Fleetwood at plus 3,300 because he's got a lot of cap in his chart and an Aquarius midheaven. Alex Smalley, who I haven't talked about, plus 6,300. Smalley does have a lot of Libra. I think his midheaven is Libra, and that's where the full moon is going to be. So Alex Smalley is actually a really good play for first round leader. Jordan Smith, plus 6,600. He's a Capricorn rising, which gets the career boost from the Libra full moon. Thorbjorn Olesen, plus 6,800 with the Libra moon. He's a Libra moon. And he's a Capricorn midheaven. So Thorbjorn Olesen should have a good look for first round. Also, Brian Harmon, who I haven't talked about, plus 6,800. He's a Capricorn sun. Yeah, Capricorn sun. Yeah, Capricorn sun. And he's a Aquarius midheaven. So that's a good look as well. Haltong Lee has a Libra Mars. So I like him in the first round at plus 7,600. Also like John Perry at plus 9,400 because he's got the Libra midheaven and a Capricorn rising. And I did add Austin Eckert at plus 10,000 first round leader because he does have Capricorn and Aquarius in his chart. So we shall see. So first round leader, Keith Mitchell, Spieth, Aubert, Fleetwood, Smalley, Jordan Smith, Thorbjorn Olesen, Harmon, Haltong Lee, John Perry, Eckert. That's like 11 guys. I'm going to spread 2 to 2.5 units across all of that. So you hit something, you hit something. They're great numbers. Finishing up, top UK/Ireland, I'm going to go John Perry at plus 1,025. And I'm going to go Jordan Smith at plus 660. So if Tommy doesn't go skyrocket crazy, one of these two guys should hit that. Top rest of the world, I'm going to go Hideki at plus 510. I'm going to go Ryo Hisatsune at plus 830. Top Canadian, I'm going to go Mackenzie Hughes at plus 260. He's got a lot of Aquarius in his chart, and he's a Scorpio midheaven. I don't know how well he's playing. That's a good chart, potentially, to win it. So I have to keep an eye on Mackenzie Hughes. But top Canadian, I can see him doing that. And then top continental European, I'm going to go Ludwig Aubert at plus 270. I'm going to go Thorbjorn Olesen at plus 830. One of those two should hit that. Probably Aubert. And lastly, we haven't hit one yet. We're getting close. I'm going to do a head-to-head matchup parlay where I take tournament head-to-head matchups, and I just put them all in a parlay. I don't take them individually, and we'll see how this goes. This one this week comes out to plus 5,000. Just going to put a unit on it. Mac Meisner over Christian Bezuidenhout. Hideki over Tommy Fleetwood. That's the risky one. Ricky Fowler over Michael Thorbjornsen. Thorbjorn Olesen over Tony Finau. Jordan Smith over Nick Taylor. And Keith Mitchell over Sepp Straka. You parlay all that together, you get plus 5,000. We're going to hit one soon. We're getting close every week. We're missing by one or two, so we're knocking on the door. Okay? So that is that. 47 minutes. It's shorter than it's been lately. So I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. And really quickly, again, please like, share, subscribe on YouTube. It really, really helps me out. I'm also on TikTok, stars.and.pars.po. Just look me up, Stars and Pars on TikTok. I put up like 1 minute videos for all the tournaments every week. So follow me there. Spotify, please follow and give me a 5-star rating. But if nothing else, please give me the 5-star rating. That really helps. But if you've been listening every week, I really appreciate you guys. I have a ton of fun doing this. So we're looking forward to next week. I'm going to have a special guest on the show next week for the Masters. Going to get it out earlier than normal. At the earliest, late Sunday night, and at the latest Monday morning, I'll have it up for you guys. So we'll have at least 2 or 3 days to watch it and consider picks, especially from our special guest who will be giving us some great insight that I normally don't do because he's all about, statistics and data and course stuff, and I'm all about astrology. So it's a good combination, I think. So keep an eye out for that. And I do have an email, starsandparspodcast@gmail.com. If you have longer questions or whatever, find me on Reddit. You know where to find me. And so let's have a good week. This is a nice little prep before the Masters. So hopefully we get a winner and we can take that profit and roll it into next week because I might go a little crazy next week. We'll see. So looking forward to it. All right. So everyone be safe. Take care. Best of luck. Be smart with your money. Gamble responsibly. I got to put that out there. And we'll see you guys next week. Okay. Take care. Have a good one. And we'll see you then.